Where's this gonna go?
In my belly.
We were very disorganized.
Yeah.
We have a lot of food, and Rachel had a ton of breast milk.
Yep.
And so now she's upping her freezer game.
Yeah. Organizing it again.
It's-
You just gotta keep doing it.
Yeah, periodically. This is probably the first time that we've done this since we moved into this house. What?
Oh, you're so naive. No, this is not the first time. No, this is not my first time. What is that? That sounds like something familiar.
Probably from a meme on Instagram.
Yeah.
What did you think about last night?
It was so fun.
It was fun.
It was super fun.
If you're new around here.
We had a Christmas tree crawl.
So we've done this, I don't know, 6 out of the last, probably the last 6 Christmases, we've done what we call a Christmas tree crawl, where traditionally it's a bunch of people in our neighborhood. This year the timing just didn't work out, so it was only family. But they started at the club, which is just like the neighborhood restaurant, and then went to Buck and Mark's house, and then Rachel's parents' house, and then ended here, and everybody made a soup. Generally speaking, I am not a soup guy. However, if it's chili or super hearty, then I can do soup. And the soup that, would you say it's your go-to soup?
Yeah.
And we learned it from Carrie, our babysitter, right?
Yeah.
It's tortellini, breakfast sausage, spinach, cream cheese.
And actually, the recipe doesn't call for breakfast sausage, but obviously
Yeah, it just is more flavorful.
way better.
I mean, I guess
heartier.
you could flavor it yourself, which I did. I added some like beef flavoring, but I mean, you just put all those ingredients in a crock pot and boom. Really, really good. I'm excited to have the leftovers. That with some sweet potato fries.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be good.
So, kind of an interesting opportunity has developed.
Oh, jeez.
And so we're talking it through. I don't want to say anything yet.
Really?
Yeah. Should I? Should I just talk about it?
We vlog our lives, and this is our life.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could talk about it. The Navy has authorized reserve optometrists to come back on active duty. And you would come back on a minimum of 2 years, but it's, you can stay on as long as you want. At least that's what they're saying right now. So I potentially have the opportunity to go back on to active duty, which, like I sent an email out to somebody called our specialty leader, which is the guy who decides where people get stationed. And so I asked him, like, hey, just out of curiosity, like, where would we get stationed? So I sent that email today. Today's Sunday, and hopefully next week's Thanksgiving, so I don't know if he'll be in the office next week. But so hopefully he'll email me back and say, like, oh yeah, I would send you out to San Diego. Or, so is there some place, like, if he said, we really need somebody in San Diego, would you be like, let's do it? Or would you be like, is there anywhere you would be like, no?
Out of the country, I think that would be a no for me right now.
That's a no for me, dog.
What? What about you?
But is there anywhere that would be immediate yes?
I can't think of one. I don't know. It's just a really hard thing to think about because it's like we're so close with my family, so it's like walking back away from us being close.
Right, exactly.
That would be really hard.
But the thing is, all of Rachel's family can travel, especially her parents are fully retired now. Her aunt and uncle are fully retired. My parents are fully retired. They're basically nomadic. So it's like, say we moved down to Florida for 2 years or whatever, like everybody would but be able to come see us, quite often. And that's the thing about, like, obviously, so I make more money now. Like, we're really comfortable here. I really love my clinic. I love all my staff. But I work a lot. And so that really cuts away from family time. The good thing about being like an active duty optometrist, so I'm talking about optometrist. I'm not talking about like a line officer or someone who would get deployed quite often. I would have a lot more time off and a lot more family time, and we would have a lot more flexibility as far as like traveling and doing all this stuff. So it's just like, it's a lot to think about. It's nice. It's nice to have options.
It is nice to have options.
And Rachel wouldn't have to work.
Right.
Rachel wouldn't have to work optometry.
It's just really hard to. It's just going to take a lot of like reflection and prayer, I think, because it's like, what is more important to us currently? Is it? I really am looking forward to building our own house, and I feel like the home that we live in, having a home that we live in that works for us in this stage of our family, at their ages and everything, would be, go baby, go baby. She loves that thing. Like, I was really, I'm talking about it in past tense, like it's not going to happen now.
Right.
Really excited to build our house, and I love design, and I love the whole process. I've loved, other than it being just like really frustrating timing wise, but
right.
that wouldn't happen if we did this. And it's like,
yeah, but you'd be able to decorate a new house.
yeah, but it wouldn't be designing and building our dream home.
No. Which
for the time being.
would, yeah, I was gonna say, which would just get put on pause. It's not like we wouldn't do that in the future.
The kids not being around family. Like, I just was looking back off the insert a video here of the kids doing gingerbread houses with my mom and Buck and Laurie last night. Like, that stuff wouldn't happen every year, and I don't know.
Or would it?
Maybe.
I would have a lot of time off in the holidays.
Right, so I guess I would need to know how frequently we'd be able to come back and visit, because it didn't happen enough when we lived in Beaufort for me.
Yeah.
And would you be willing to travel with all 5 kids frequently?
Yeah, I guess it just depends.
Right. So, I don't know. I'd like to know, when you say I'd have a lot more time off, I'd like to know like what you foresee that being.
Well, I get 30 days of leave every year.
Uh-huh.
And at least a 3-day weekend every month, if not a 4-day weekend. So, this is a lot.
That is a lot.
And I wouldn't have any weekends. Wouldn't have to work weekends.
We could come home like every other month, every month.
Right, exactly. But another thing is, like, if I leave my current position in my clinic here, like, I mean, they would fill the position and I wouldn't have the same, like, there's no guarantee that when we move back to the lake that I would still keep my current job. And I'm talking about me only simply because Rachel just works 1.5 days a week. So it's just not quite as a big of a deal for her. So yeah, a lot to think about, and it won't be a decision that we make quickly. So we have a lot to think about.
And it's the possibility of it being just 2 years.
Rachel says, and the possibility of it just being 2 years.
If we hate it.
Yeah, if we hate it.
It's 2 years and we're back home.
Right, exactly.
And if we decide quickly that we hate it, we can go ahead and move forward with our build while we're, like,
But why?
in theory, we could build, and by the time you're done with your commitment, your 2-year commitment, we can move back into our home that we just built.
Well, yeah, but we wouldn't have jobs.
Oh yeah, good point.
Oh yeah, we would. We would be building this giant custom home, and we wouldn't have jobs. Like, how would we pay for it? So, lots to think about.